So yesterday I start the holiday tree, so I'm able to open it. I forgot to change the name, but the directions yesterday did say to go over here and write your first name and last name. Okay, now this is a Google slide and it's only one slide, so the tree is in the background. So what I want to do is zoom in a little bit, and what I want to show you is how I can color in a specific layer of this tree. What I'm going to do next is, right now the selected is zoom. What I want to show you is right here where the line is, there's a tool called Polyline. So poly means many lines, but it's gonna connect. So it's gonna make an enclosed shape. Because this shape is really weird, I'm going to now click with the mouse and I'm staying really close to the outline. And you could see how it's tracing it, or it's very tiny. But in a moment, let's see if I don't do the curve. See, if I stop, this is what I made. Let me zoom in a little bit. And it was just a line, it didn't close it. So what I want to do is restart. I'm still on this tool called Polyline. And I'm going to do it really quick first so you can see how it's going to close. So if I am clicking near, but it's not covering, and I want to end exactly where I started, it created a shape. The default is a gray. Now I can say I want it to be a different color. But because I did it too fast, it doesn't look very accurate, right? So it creates a layer on top, but I don't like it. So I want to start over and be very precise. So I can zoom in, make sure this is on. Now the mouse changed to be a plus sign. So I'm going to start and be very precise. And I have to keep going. So I'm going to zoom in and start clicking. Make sure you're moving the mouse so it doesn't close it that early. But it's like tracing with your pencil. So every few I'm clicking, probably it's better to be covering the black so I don't see white later. So the more points you have, and I want it to keep going. So it did not create a shape. Let's see. So when I go with the mouse, I have to go back here. So I want to make points that are close, and I'm tracing. This click that you're hearing is my mouse putting a point to where it's curving, and I'm going to, what I want to do is I want to close it. So right now it's kind of half. If I fill it up, right now it's white, I can see what it looks like. And maybe over here I can make it a little darker. So back to that shape. And I can do like shadows. Except I don't want it aligned, so I will restart. So you need to be a little bit more precise and patient. And it's an art project, of course, that is digital, so be patient. So I could have done the whole thing around or half of it. And let's see, I can make this a little darker. So with the bucket, you can maybe do a little darker, but that's way too dark. And then maybe I don't want the outline, so I don't want a border color, right? Because it's obvious. So I'm going to click on the border color and I can say transparent. So now, much better, right? Now I could click on the object and make it a little larger or wider and move it so I don't have to restart over. But basically we're creating objects on top. So now they're two separate objects. If I wanted to combine them together, you need to select both of them. So if I want that to stay together, I selected both of them, and I'm going to do a right click and I'm going to group them. So now it's grouped together. It's moving together. If I didn't want to group them, then that's fine as well. Now, so the tool that I just showed you is under the line, but it's a polyline. It created that area that I wanted to be filled in. Now, if you want to decorate and scribble, it will be just like if you had a pencil. Now, if you want to add some ornaments and other shapes and maybe things that you're looking forward, even 3D, just look at that. I can add a little circle here. And now the default again is gray. I want it to be a different color and maybe a darker outline. You can just be creative, and now it's on top. So these are layers that I could be moving or grouping. So once I like it, I can group them so they don't move. As you can see, this, I did it second. The object goes on top. So if you do not see your object, you want the object to be on top. It's like the way you draw. Whatever you draw on an actual paper, on top is what you see. And then as it's selected, if I wanted to, let's see, if I did not see it, I would have a bring to the front. So you want an object to be the front, to be built. If I send it to the back, I won't be able to see it. So I want to undo that. So, or as it's selected, I can send that to the back, the green. So order, send to the back, and now the red is back on top. So thank you for watching the video. Those are some tools that I use. Of course, you can use other tools. You could write messages. So just be creative. I just wanted to show you if you wanted to color. And we use the Polyline tool today.